So many roads to choose. We start out walking and learn to walk. We've only just begun.
My name is Zenokami, and I'm the host for tonight's podcast, and probably every podcast in the future for After Dark. But today I am going to discuss alongside the co-host. You know him, you love him, you fear him. For he is the one that lurks in the shadows, beneath your beds, underneath the stormy storm cells that you call your cellar. He is the Lord of all things dark and Sith, also known as Information Technology, IT. Louis, that Mexican with a K, Sandoval. I'm just going to get more sporadic with it every time. I just hope you know that.
You just said all that, and I just remembered Bane. Like, oh, you think darkness is your ally? Sorry. That's just all I thought. The first thing that came to mind.
I was raised in it, born in it, molded in it. Nah. I was like, okay, Bane, you're kind of getting a little an erection from darkness. That's why he went after Batman. Batman's the Dark Knight. Bane is attracted to darkness. He wanted some of that Batman, man. That's just how it goes.
And they're gonna see that again the same way. Gonna rewatch it and just think of like a love affair.
Oh, for those out there, today is the episode 20th episode, which is our special single topic for 1 hour podcast. And today's topic is, of course, the hot button issue that no one wants to shut up about. The Nintendo Switch. Oh, before we do talk about the Switch, though, I didn't write it in the script for the what's going on at EOZ, because nothing is actually really set in stone, though. Because anyway, the EOZ news. Let's just say I'm talking with someone who may have connections that either this year or next year at Dragon Con and or MomoCon, there may be an Essence of Zen panel.
MomoCon?
Yeah.
It's a new one.
It's the anime convention in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll see, though. Again, no promises, nothing. I'm just throwing out. Things are in communications right now, and that's it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Pretty sweet, though.
Oh, God, it would be. But the Nintendo Switch, which is catching everybody's eyes. Louis, your thoughts on the weird dog-like console thing?
Well, man, those... what do they call them? Those Joy-Con controllers, man. Like, together, cool, but like, you and a buddy, like multiplayer, I don't know. I don't know, man. They look a little too tiny for one hand. especially for those people who have like extra like big hands. Like I know you have longer fingers, so I can't imagine like you like trying to play with another friend of yours there locally, split screen, crowd together.
Not at all, man. And that's actually one of my worries because like even when you have them together, they seem kind of small. Like I have Saint Bernard paws, man. Like even with the original Wii and the Wii U, their little nunchucks and things, turn them sideways for Smash Brothers, those were uncomfortable for me. And I swear I will chuck one of those things out the window so fast.
I mean, what is it? I mean, you're not like Shaq or like Yao Ming, but I mean, still, like you don't have to be for like those controllers, man. This tiny, can't get over that. But I mean, you could also just buy the adapters for them, or buy the what is it? Whatever they call the Pro controller.
Oh my! Before we talk about the Pro Controller, I do want to say that we have True Master of Games in the chat. Thank you for coming back for the podcast. I always love having you in the chat, Master. Let me just say Master of Games because just saying Master sounds weird. Anyway, he states, "God damn it, Zen, Batman, I am the Knight, Bane, stalking time. I love it." He says handheld and consoles do not mix well. See, to that point, I don't necessarily agree with it. It has the potential to be great, but we need to see how Nintendo will execute it properly. On the notion of the Pro Controller, I think it's fine. It's still kind of small in my opinion, but my biggest issue is that it costs freaking $70. And it doesn't have anywhere near the same technology as an Xbox One controller, nor a PS4 controller, which I think those cost anywhere from around $50 to $60. So why the extra 10?
Well, like what advanced features are you talking about? Like, cause like you can consider their HD vibration, a premium feature. Well, what else are you talking about? Because you also got oh, wait, actually, I'm not sure. I'm thinking of the Joy-Con controller right there.
Yeah. Now the Joy-Cons, their tech, I don't even know what their prices are actually. There's somewhere I know. But I'm talking about their Pro Controller, the one that looks like a normal gamepad, like a normal Xbox controller, full-on things. Those are gonna cost $70. And they don't. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but looking at it and reading about it, it does not seem like it should be $70. $60, sure, but like I don't get the extra $10. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, no, that's resale. Because I saw something that said Nintendo Switch Pro Controller $77, and it's just a reseller, and I hate resellers.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So how much did you say it was?
It's 70. It's 70.
70.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They say the Pro Controller features offset analog sticks, similar to that of the Xbox controller, along with motion controls. It has an HD. So it does keep the HD rumble. The super. No, see, that's stupid though. Why do you need HD rumble for a Pro? I don't need to feel ice cubes in a Pro controller.
Well, maybe you do. I'm looking at the GameStop right now, actually, to see like what kind of bundles and things are gonna sell. Because well, we're not gonna actually sure which other games are gonna come with it, but we all know for sure that Legend of Zelda is gonna come bundled in one of the packs with the what is it, the Nintendo Switch, because of course that's gonna be the main reason people are gonna buy it at launch. And so one of the bundles is the actual Pro Controller and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And it's for $130. So game, $60. And it looks like they knocked down the price of the controller down to $60. So just shave off $10. But I can't find. Yeah, just Pro Controller with the HD Rumble and the NFC. So just looks like they're paying you a little bit more for the extra backing for it. Maybe it's battery compartment or a bigger battery compartment. Probably.
Hopefully, man. And well, it also has USB-C, which I mean, I don't think that warrants any extra cost anyway. But I mean, kudos to them for having USB-C.
Unit themselves, right? The unit.
Oh, I'm talking about the
not the dock.
No, I'm talking about the actual Pro Controller. Still.
Oh, the Pro Controller. Okay, just making sure we're talking about the same thing.
True Masters of the Game says my Zen has evolved into rage. From now on, you can call me Rage Okami. No, I'm just joking.
Hello, this is Rage Okami from Essence of Zen.
Dude, that sounds like the most edgelord name ever.
This is near my final form. But yeah, I will agree. It's that is a little bit pricier. Then again, it just came out. Can we expect similar things from Xbox and PlayStation once they come out with their new consoles? Probably. They're gonna
Yeah.
try to milk it as well.
Yeah. Well, well, again, not to sway away from the Switch, but they keep saying that the Xbox One Scorpion is around the corner. Which, I mean, again, I haven't seen any other news of credible information about that system other than they removed some marketing statements that like it's not actually native 4K and all. Anyway, that's another day for another discussion.
Yeah, another day. Today, just the Switch.
And all of its glory.
Oh man, I can't get over that. Every time I visit their website, I like switch tabs while that's loading in the background. And I don't know how they coded it, but it only makes a sound when you like switch that tab. It goes, and then like I'll just refresh the page every now and then just to, like hear it.
Yeah, it's like it's really corny and really cheesy, but I love that sound. I that's great marketing. That sound alone. Oh.
I think I was trying to extract the audio. Oh damn! Here he goes again. That was the website. I was trying to extract the audio from their page a while back ago. I don't know if that's against some of their copyright things, but I don't know. I was just gonna use it for my ringtone or my notification sounds. It'd probably drive me crazy after a little bit.
There it goes. Yay! I love it. And it's probably not too much issues with taking their sound from the site. It's probably morally bad, but knowing Nintendo, they'll probably try to hunt you down just because they're Nintendo.
Yeah, it's just gonna be for personal use, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the thing the kids are saying nowadays? Cash me outside.
Oh my god! No, no.
How about you cash me outside?
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that?
Oh my god!
He just went there. Let's talk about what else the Nintendo Switch has. Their breaky Zane.
I hate you so much right now, Lewis. Well, one thing that I'm actually kind of excited about for the Switch is that they're going back to cartridges, but they're not like the old school like giant bread-sized cartridges that you have to blow into, even though it tells you not to. But that's the only way to make them work again. Yeah, they're just normal sized cartridges, kind of like the size of a normal SD card, not an SD micro, but an actual full-on SD card, maybe a little bit bigger. And I think it uses NAND technology. Don't quote me on that because I don't have documents on the actual cartridge specs in front of me. But it's supposed to
For memory?
Yeah. Because NAND gates are amazing. Like if you take anything digital logic or circuitry or hardware embedded systems, NAND gates are the ish. They're just the best. They're just, oh my god. Anyway though, the cartridges are supposed to have like faster connections or like faster speeds to transferring data. You can store more, so it's not just putting a CD in, then having to download extra data with the Wi-Fi connection. So here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Here's one thing. Do you know, because I wasn't able to find it, if the games are still going to be saved on the cartridge themselves, or you're actually going to be able to store it in the device and your external media itself?
See, that's interesting. And to reply, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that's it.
To reply to Measure Games real quick. It's a meme from some lady, or some young girl. She's like 14 or 15 on Dr. Phil. And I'm not gonna go into the extreme detail because if I do, it'll sound kind of yeah. Just go look up Dr. Phil. Cash me outside, as in CASH, not catch, but cash me outside. How about that? Which is DAH, and you'll find the source of that video. Anyway, though, In terms of storage of the media for the games, I think it's gonna be kind of like a mix. I think you'll be able to choose, but if they go with the idea of the notion, kind of like what they did with the 3DS, they'll probably have no, probably both, because I think DS games are stored on the actual game cartridge, though you can store extra data on the SD card. I think.
Okay. I mean, that's cool too, but I like it to all just be like centralized into your micro SD or what is it, your actual console itself. I mean, not that's big of a deal. I'm just talking about more or less when you go buy a used game from GameStop, you can find other people's saves on there if they forgot to delete them or if there's no way for them to delete them.
I can attest to that because I bought Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS, and I turned it on, and I'm like, I didn't create this. Oh, it's a level 84 some odd Master Hunter, and I'm just like, delete. And then I thought to myself, somewhere out in the world is a young person, or possibly a grown adult, I don't know, who put so many hours into that character, and with a flick of my thumb, I erased that character from existence, never to be seen.
And it's gone.
Stop watching South Park, man.
That's the first South Park reference I made tonight.
Are you sure, Lewis? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Totes.
Masters of the Game says he calls BS. No way is only third and special versions of the 3DS. Oh, now is only third and special versions of 3DS. What do you mean by that? You talking about like the new 3DS in quotation marks, as in the most recent version of the 3DS, or something? Or are you saying that the Switch is like a glorified 3DS? Because I can kind of attest to that, except for when you see things like full-on Skyrim playing on the Switch, even though it's like base Skyrim, not even Skyrim Special Edition, which is kind of weird if you ask me. But I don't think you did, so.
My guess is just that they ran out of room in the actual card.
Probably.
The cartridge.
I don't know, man, because like Zelda Breath of the Wild seems like it'll probably be bigger than Skyrim in sense of scale, and well, maybe not. I don't, because maybe not. I don't want to make that.
I've yet to see how much. I know. I just have yet to see like a spec of how much those cartridges can actually hold on the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know. No idea.
Do I smell a hack coming on? Maybe take one of those cartridges, pull it apart, get like a Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, and use the GPIO for general purpose input output, and maybe like some mail headers to stick to the pins of the cartridges, and see if we can get a reading of like max storage of size. If you can fool it into thinking that it's SD card or something. I don't know, Lewis. Maybe that's crazy.
Someone, somewhere. Probably's already done that.
Probably, actually. I mean, you probably also have to see if there's like a type of proprietary like method of reading the data, like a type of encryption, not necessarily to keep it safe, just that's like, you know, a Nintendo thing.
And encoding, probably.
Because it's like with DS games or 3DS games now, when they use things like Game Shark emulations for cheating and hacking the games to, you know, give me 1,000 Pokeballs or 1,000 Master Balls, you have to break a centralized encryption, and it's not for protection, it's just the way they build and compile their games, I believe. Again, don't quote me on it, I don't have information in front of me right now. I'm lazy. But going back to the controllers, the Joy-Cons,
what do you think of the name, first of all?
Okay. All right.
Joy-Con, joystick controllers, because that's the thing that comes to mind when they create it. The joystick controller, which kind of all controllers have joysticks, but that's just my interpretation of it. I couldn't find anything online that's gave me the mythology.
I don't know. Like when I see it, I, as a pessimist myself, someone who is cold-heartedly saturated by the facts of the real world and has gone through many youth experience of my times dealing with the NPR and how I sat down with a cup of coffee and I spoke subtly in the microphone and I said, when I see the words Joy-Con, the only image that comes to mind is that Nintendo takes joy out of conning you out of your hard-earned cash. Back to you, Frazier.
I mean, that's another interpretation. That's just what first came to mind. Anyway, what do you think of the controllers themselves?
I love them when they're put together on that adapter to be like one one massive handheld thing. But the only reason why I like it when they're together like that is because an artist took that image or took the image of the controllers together and basically made a dog out of it. Have you seen it? The tin dog?
You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to show me that.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
But you're talking about the Joy-Con grip, right?
Yeah.
The kind of pseudo controller, but not really. It's just an adapter for sliding it in temporarily when you're playing on your couch.
I mean, yeah, because they say that if you leave them wireless and you're playing with both of them still, it could be comfortable. Because you can have your left hand behind your head while your right arm is on your knee and you're still playing, and that's cool. But for those who
so we just gain position. Just imagine in my head. But anyway, go on.
You just have a normal type of adapter that comes with it without having to buy a pro controller and still get that normal, classic controller feel. And I think that's smart of them to do. And I'm probably going to use it in that mode more than them separately. But that's kind of why I like it. But let me. I'm gonna throw this to you on our Slack channel or Slack private message. Boop. And for anyone who's listening, just Google Nintendo Switch dog, and it should be one of the first images that comes up. But oh my god, it's freaking adorable. I love it.
I see what they did. They got the whole Nintendo, the Joy-Con grip. And they made out the puppy's face with a tongue sticking out. It reminds you of those pooches a few years ago, the electronic robotic ones with the faces, the square faces that would just light up. That's what it reminds me of.
But yeah, that's kind of why I'm looking forward to that particular controller. But I mean, do you like the design of it?
Again, have to hold it in my hand for a full-on review. At first glance, it looks not ergonomic. It looks like they're taking a step back in ergonomics and just trying to smack something together to just make it a little bit more natural. But I'm hoping that maybe the back roundedness from where you grip the controller is a bit better in the aspect. It just looks too square. The whole square block, it doesn't look too well designed, but I'll have to see.
To your point, Nintendo does not have a good track record for a controller, being comfortable.
I don't know, man. I like that GameCube controller. It's still my favorite.
But that's been the only compare all the. So go back to the original, NES, a rectangle with sharp edges. Okay. Then go to, and actually, I can't take that. I actually like the N64's feel, but the whole having the third stick in the center, because you have to, in some games utilize all controls, so it wasn't deciding which way to hold it. You had to hold it in both. Oh god. Oh.
Actually, now that I see the dog again, now that I see the controller again with the Joy-Con grip, it kind of reminds me of a stretched out, a vertically stretched out PlayStation 4 controller. You see it? Where the middle is the little touchpad? That's exactly what it's reminding me of right now, the dog. I know the dog example is a little bit more of a overstatement because they're trying to make it look like the dog, but that's what it reminds you of.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think while you were saying that, I was thinking it more of. Have you ever seen like the? So do you remember the old? Well, not too old. The Nintendo DS SP. Oh no, not DS, but the. Oh, what's the DS? No, it wasn't. The Nintendo SP.
SP, yeah, the completely square one.
Yeah, that flipped open.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
clamshell looking thing?
Yeah, they had like these adapters for it where you would stick a grip pad on the back of it, and you could slide these extra palm grips like to be like longer or shorter, and that's what it's reminding me of now.
I don't remember that. But...
Let me see if I can find it. Nintendo SP grip adapter or something. Not that one. Okay, there's a lot of adapters. You know what? Never mind, because these are horrible and ugly. Oh.
Nope, I'm looking at the official picture of the Joy-Con itself, and it still kind of looks like a stretched out PS4 controller. I was like, no, maybe they're just stretching it in the image, but now that I look at it again, I'm like, no, it looks kind of like a stretched out PS4 controller.
Also, not to make things worse, I'm looking at an image of someone with small hands play with only one of the controllers, and someone with small hands is making that controller look even smaller, and I am not being happy about looking at this photo.
Actually, I think the controllers do have Bluetooth. I think they're using the same methodology of pairing it like they did with the Wii to pair with the actual unit itself.
Was that Bluetooth?
Yes, I think it's still Bluetooth.
Oh, interesting. But I don't know, man. It'll be up in the air until we can actually get it in hand, in use. Hopefully, I don't rage and break it in like a simple squeeze, because again, heavy-handed Saint Bernard calls.
Squeeze a little bit too much, breaks off.
Now, what are your thoughts on the whole HD Rumble?
HD Rumble. From what you told me, it's cool. But again, let's see what the developers come up with. If you could get a good amount of developers on board, or just a developer that could take advantage of that, that'd be pretty neat to see what's possible with their technology. Because until then, it's just, another Rumble pack.
Right.
Another Rumble pack, another Rumble,
another Rumble
set, another Rumble, yeah. I'm thinking of Rumble pack.
Now,
the person introduced it.
Oh yeah, like for the Nintendo 64, we would slide it into
we had to buy separately.
Yeah, and they had little settings on it where you was like slide from 1, 2, or 3, or 4 for the internet. Oh my god, we're old, Lewis. Back in my day, we would go ahead and grab these 3 ding-a-ling-a looking controllers with a nipple in the middle, and we'd take this square pack and shove it in the back. It was very sexual. Anyway, when I think about the HD Rumble effects, the first thing that comes to mind is virtual reality. Because they even for their display of HD Rumble, the president of Nintendo has like the controller in his hand, and the controller transforms into a glass, and they put 3 ice cubes in the glass, and he states, "I can feel each ice cube as I shake the glass." I'm like,
it's funny that you say that, because I just saw a cup with like, no, it's almost 3. It's 5 ice cubes, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Hopefully you take advantage of it in the Zelda game, but odds are people aren't gonna really notice it. If it's good, people aren't gonna notice it. It's gonna be like so seamless that they're gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? I just noticed that. I can feel every blade of grass as it like hits me in the face while I'm playing Legend of Zelda." And I feel like it's just gonna be seamless.
I can only
You
imagine.
have to be like a specific use case.
Yeah. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna do this. Whenever I pick up a Switch, I'm gonna buy the Breath of the Wild Zelda. And I guarantee you, there's gonna be a scene where Link, I almost said Nick. I don't know why I said Nick or thought Nick, where Link holds Princess Zelda. I'm
Yeah,
going
through
to
scoops.
I'm gonna record the gameplay, and I'm gonna record myself on camera, and I'm gonna say, "Oh my goodness, I can actually feel myself holding Princess Zelda. Whoa!" And I'm gonna turn it into a marketing campaign for Nintendo.
We'll see. I'll see how they take advantage of it. Right now, it's just like, okay, cool. Like, what is it that they had on the PlayStation 4? Didn't they have like the touchpad on there
Yeah.
and the push button thing? Some of the games actually took advantage of that. They could actually remember.
I'm glad you can, because I can't recall any.
No, I can't recall any either.
Okay. Okay.
I was just wondering, like, how many games actually took advantage of the touchpad and the like push button on there. I can't think of any.
I mean, like, the only thing that I remember liking about the touchpad was in games that had like a press start to open a map, and I could like zoom around the map really quickly. That was the only thing. I don't, because the touchpad on the PSP Vita was that the latest one that had like the back touchpad thing?
I don't know.
I don't either, but that one actually seemed, because like when I remember playing what's that, Little Big Planet on the PSP Vita, whatever the last version was, and I remember using the back touchpad to cause the world to interact differently, and it felt so fluid, and I was just like, this is awesome. Why isn't Sony doing more PSP Vita games? Ugh.
The UMD CDs, right? That's what they're called.
The Young Desities?
UMD or UND.
I don't remember. Oh, the game things, yeah. Yeah, UMDs.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what this technology reminds you of. Nintendo's HD Rumble, just something that might get used by one or two developers, but let's see if it catches on. If one publisher or company really takes advantage of it, it's gonna open it up for other developers. Like, oh wow, we could do this, and that.
Now you know, Lewis. Now you know. And the only reason why I don't think other developers probably won't take advantage of it is because most third-party developers develop for multiple consoles. So when they port something to the I almost said the Wii, the Switch, I doubt they're gonna be like, okay, take an extra 3 months or 3 weeks, whatever their dev cycle is, and add in this functionality utilizing HD Rumble and so many. I mean, I hope so, but I don't really see it. I don't know.
Other than that, the Nintendo Switch will come with your 1280 by 720, so a 720p screen in portable mode, and I've heard that it'll upscale, or well, maybe not upscale. It's probably the wrong word to use, but that your console will be in 1080p. I don't actually know if it'll switch to a different card or change the inputs a bit. Maybe it will upscale to 1080. But I think that's more than enough for your family console. 1080p is standard right now. Why?
Like, people who talk about graphics and like resolution for a Nintendo console that's also going to be portable, I'm like, do you expect a 4K monitor?
I mean, true. Because Nintendo's going to try to drive the price down for so more people, the average Joe Schmo, can go out and buy it. And also, Nintendo's not really known for their HD graphics.
Right.
And they can't just focus on, or publishers focus on, the funness of the game.
Yeah. And to make another note, again, not even the Xbox One nor the PS4 natively outputs in 4K. Let that sink in. To expect... okay. And going on with to the battery life, they say, depending on the game you're going to be playing in portable mode, you can get anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. And I think they said around 3 is the average with something like Zelda, Breath of the Wild. But 6 is like the average for smaller games. And to me, that seems perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, it feels like a laptop charge. 2.5 if you're doing, or 2 hours if you're doing something intense. maybe more if you turn down the brightness, put it in battery saving mode, stretch out every bit of charge you can.
Right. And I don't, I don't look. I have been one of the most critical people when it comes to talking about Nintendo. I shame them for their lack of interest in the Wii, their failure with the Wii U, them making like 3 or 4 different versions of the 3DS. I am not the biggest fan of Nintendo.
I was about to cut you off there. Like I was gonna say, you thought the Wii U was a failure, but I keep on confusing the Wii U and the Wii. I keep on thinking that the Wii was just recently the last generation, but it wasn't. They had a dry spell with the Wii U.
Yeah, like so. I think the Wii was a disappointment because when they came out with the Wii U, which was a failure in my opinion, they stopped supporting the Wii. So I mean, like a lot of games lost their servers in a short time span, short relative to that of game development world, where usually servers are still on for like another 10 to 15 years. I think they were shut down 3 to 5 years after the launch of the Wii U, basically cutting me off from my friends with Monster Hunter for the Wii. So I've been really critical of Nintendo for a long time. Them not including a charger for their new 3DSs, that still boggles my damn mind. But no way in hell will I get on their case about having a portable gaming console that acts as a in your living room console as well, for being able to play Skyrim for more than 3 hours, or at least 3 hours supposedly. I'm sorry, like, there's no way to complain about that. I don't know, Lewis.
Well, it's pretty good because even with Microsoft's current solution they have right now, where they could let you play a game on your Xbox on a computer, but again, the computer has to be Windows and it has to be local. I guess you could like go around that using like a VPN, but then you're gonna have lots of latency. However, you can't easily carry the TV with you in the console as you can the Nintendo Switch.
Very true. I don't know that. I just think people want to hate on the Switch for whatever reason. But I mean, hey, and what's also really cool is their whole. It's gonna have a USB-C connection for charging, so I'm assuming they're gonna have like fast charging technology, maybe, possibly, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? I think you need to implement a special type of circuit for that. But what I'm hoping is that maybe the controllers charge while you have the unit plugged in, or when you have them connected to the unit.
Actually, I heard rumors that they won't.
That they won't. You have to connect them separately.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking backwards. I think when the controllers are plugged into the screen,
The Joy-Con.
yeah, into the screen.
Yeah, the actual unit itself.
Yeah, I think it will charge then. I was thinking of having the Joy-Cons connected to the grip thing, the dog face.
Yeah, because like the thing about this now is not only do you have to charge one controller, or so the left controller, you have to charge the right controller as well because with the Wii you could just connect peripherals to it. I forget what it was called. The nunchuck.
Yeah.
The nunchuck. That just used the power from the Wiimote. But now you have to make sure both of these things are charged so you can play your game, and that the actual device is charged as well. So also I was hoping that they'll let you charge, or that the devices will kind of self-charge, kind of leave that worry behind in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Or out of the back of your head.
Could you imagine playing a boxing game on the Switch and only one controller dies? It's like you broke your arm in the game.
Well, there goes your hawk. You're limp noodle now.
Also, from now on, I'm gonna refer to the grip as the dog face.
The dog face.
The dog face. I love it.
It's on the Joy-Con grip, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, the putting both things in the thing they were talking about that looks like the PS4 controller. I mean the PlayStation controller. But at least instead of having 4 players locally, they'll have up to 8 now. I think
8.
That's
Yep.
cool.
What's that up from? The 3DS, right? Because the 3DS is max 4.
I don't know anymore actually. I don't have many friends who have 3DSs in person.
That reminds me though, since on the controllers, back to the controllers real quick. Um, talking about how if one of them dies, I forget that the NFC is only on the right Joy-Con controller.
Is it?
Yeah, NFC is only on one of the Joy-Cons. So if that one dies and you're trying to get your amiibo set up, yeah, you have to wait till you get home.
I hope the Joy-Cons have a decent battery life, man.
I hope so too.
That'd be annoying.
I'm hoping they use well, I remember playing the Wii. They were lasting a good long time.
Yeah.
Then again, I want to play my Wii console as much as my Xbox. So that's why they would last a little bit longer. I don't know. I think it will last a good amount of time.
Well, on a brighter note, they have the micro SDXC card slot, which I think is actually a really smart move.
Yes.
Flash storage,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
Flash storage, yes.
I forgot what the max is on that. I don't know if it's 32 gigs or 64.
Actually, I
But
think
it's not crazy.
I heard that the max storage for the SD card slot for the Switch is actually like 2 terabytes.
That's intense.
Right.
Because I thought it was only 32. I need to double check my sources again.
Let me do a quick search. Nintendo Switch SD card max storage. Live journalism at its best, everyone.
But back to the ports, actually. So the Nintendo Wii U, or the Wii U, the Nintendo Switch itself, the actual unit on the bottom in the middle of the screen, that's where I have the USB-C. However, the actual dock will have 2 front USB ports. Both of them will be 2.0, and I have 1 rear USB port, and that will just be 1.0, I believe.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't want to go full out 3.0, but I mean, I don't think they would have any need to. So,
Yeah, 3.0 makes sense for the Switch, just for the charging.
mm-hmm.
But if someone wants to like add expansion,
Yeah,
it would be. Yeah, I think it's too much right now to fully expand it to 3.0 if they're going for cheapness.
yeah. Also, to confirm about the storage, it has a 32 gigabyte internal memory for internal thing.
There we go.
But the SD card slot can hold up to a max of a 2 terabyte micro SDXC card. So,
Okay.
and I'm actually like good damn job, because you don't even get Xboxes or PlayStations that can hold more than 1 terabyte officially or like normally. So
No, it's on the micro SD card. I mean, that would cost you a pretty penny, but
true.
pretty good.
I mean,
Pretty good.
I still think that's okay though, because again, like in my opinion, like I love flash storage. It's kind of why I like the SSDs. But an SD card 2 terabyte will probably still be cheap. Well, no, because I think the Xbox and PlayStation uses normal hard drives. Something they don't use SSDs, do they?
The Xboxes, no, they use regular hard drives.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can use an SSD, but I think they come with like HDDs.
Yes. I remember, I can't say for the Xbox One, but I imagine to keep the price low, they still use regular hard drives. But for the regular Xbox, the little sliding thingy, it's basically just a case for the hard drive. I opened it up one day. It's a little tiny, like laptop-sized hard drive. Back to the topic of Wi-Fi local play. True Master Games cleared that up for us and said it was a max of 5 devices for the 3DS.
That is
There you
so
go.
weird. Who the hell wants to be the fifth wheel?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, but thank you, True Masters of Gaming. What are your thoughts on, like, because this is going to be weird, because so Nintendo officials came out recently, or maybe not so recently, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and they stated that the Switch will not, and I quote, will not launch with Netflix or other media applications.
Yeah, my guess is that Netflix isn't ready yet, or they're still like trying to get their app ready.
But
That's
see,
my best guess.
but what if they don't ever bring Netflix or things or media? No, because like you can't even have it. It doesn't have like a built-in normal video playing app. Not even YouTube.
Well, I don't think that'd be a problem because Netflix uses its own proprietary thing for
Yeah.
streaming.
But do you care if they would just like not have media playback on the Switch? Would that be an issue for you?
What was that?
If the Switch never brings media playing, so like no Netflix, no Hulu, none of that ever comes to the Switch, would that be an issue for you?
Uh, yeah, a little bit, but no, it'd be an issue for me. I kind of expect anything with a screen nowadays to be able to do basic, even at least just local video playing. Like for if I drop a video file on an expansion card or external media, I expect it to play it.
Also, I think your brother's in the chat.
Yeah, my brother's in chat.
Dude, nice to meet you. I love your avatar, by the way.
It does it for him.
You're a good brother, Lewis. But on the notion that the Switch may not have media things, I see your point, and I definitely think that at bare minimum they should have had a built-in media player. But at the same time, because the device is only Wi-Fi, and I guess that it would be kind of irritating if you're like, oh, there's no Wi-Fi here, I can't watch my Netflix. But you would still have at least local storage, local videos, local things on storage to watch.
That'd at least be good because then you could get more use out of it.
Right.
In a road trip, like how they're trying to really sell that whole road play kind of thing.
But see, at the same time, and I forgot to add this to our sheet, our spec sheet thing. But so they're using cell phone apps to act as the mediary or the mediator to the console for things like matchmaking, for team communication, like talking chats and whatnot, texting chats, and I don't think that's a bad idea. But if you're gonna go like to a cell phone and not have anything on your console to do it either, that's where I
Yeah,
think the problem lies.
that reminds me of well, I think at least it's janky because it kind of tears you away from the experience. The whole Origin setup thing. I don't know if you used their client before. Or actually, that might only be for Battlefield 4, actually. But anyway, I remember for matchmaking, uh, it would take you out of the game and open up a browser, and you would select your game from the browser,
Oh yeah, I heard about
and
that.
then it would throw you back in the game. It was so annoying.
Oh, dude,
It just took away from the experience. Like, really? I have to go back into my web browser, select the game in there because you couldn't make a server selection menu inside the game itself. That's really crappy.
I legit think that falls under the definition of ransomware.
Like, what's Stream Master Game saying?
The handheld and console are completely different. Dev forms F you Nintendo. You should have understood this with how awkward the Wii U was with certain games. Now see, I think we can dissect and separate the Wii U from the Switch because the Wii U, I read the hater. The Wii U was more of a they used the tablet controller as a like an add-on. It wasn't meant to be 3D. It was trying to be this little extra. Hey, you can use me for this and this and that. Whereas with the Switch, it's literally trying to be a portable living room console. So like, when you plug into your TV, you're not going to be interacting with the screen, like no touching the screen or anything. So I think it's okay to say that they learned their lesson from the Wii U and not having a tablet-like device for in-game operations. I just don't know what they're thinking with the whole only having cell phone apps for. I don't. We'll see. It may be like super fluid because like almost everyone has a cell phone, and I don't know. Don't judge me.
Yeah. I think it should be centralized, but again, we'll see. Just from experience with the Origin launcher, I don't think it'll be that smooth. I think it should just all be in the same spot, especially if you're trying to get if you're still trying to target that whole grandmama and grandpapa crowd.
I'm a cool grandma. I had a cell phone and a Bluetooth headset to talk to my grandson while I played the Nintendo Switcheroo. Grandma, it's called the Nintendo Switch. Oh, shut the hell up, little Jimmy. Oh.
To wrap up, you should go over quickly what some of the launch titles are going to be.
Oh, God, don't get me started with... Okay, so as of today, as of right now, we have... I think it's confirmed. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 launch titles. Should it be more? And because I don't even count like 2 or 3 of these games as full-on titles, but you know, whatever.
Like which ones?
1-2 Switch, I do not consider as a full-on title. It's like a little party add-on.
Party game.
Yeah. Just Dance 2017. I would have considered this a full title, a full game in the past, but again, it's like it's. I don't know. Maybe it may change me. I'm not sure. Those 2 are probably the only ones that I wouldn't consider. I don't know what Human Resource Machine is, and I don't know what Little Inferno.
That stood out as well. I have no idea what that is.
But no. So we have 1-2 Switch, The Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth Plus, Just Dance 2017, Human Resource Machine, I Am Setsuana, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Little Inferno, Skylanders Imaginators, which is I'm not. Is Imaginators actually a word? Wow. Okay. Because no red squiggly.
They're making the game. They're making the game. They're just
making up stuff. Super Bomberman R, which I'm actually hyped for. I love Super Bomberman, and World of Goo, which okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just reminds you of Splatoon.
Yeah, exactly.
World of Goo.
Oh, that also reminds. I thought Splatoon 2 was gonna be a launch title. It's not.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. It's
I thought I saw it on there.
Splatoon 2 comes out in the summer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to advertise that early.
Which, again, kind of upsets me because Splatoon 2 does not look like a sequel. It looks like a port with a few added characters. Also,
I've never played any of Splatoon, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Also, in the chat, guys, calm down, chill out. It's relax. He's a true master of games. Is on a cell phone. You know, things auto correct and doesn't always capitalize things. Don't worry about it. Let the zen flow through you and let me rage about them not having a bunch of launch titles.
Yeah. It's about the Wii U, guys. Chill out.
I'm sorry, the Switch. Not the Wii. Oh, God.
It just doesn't roll off the same way. Like Wii U, and then Switch. So let's just switch it up.
They should have just added the Wii U-S for like Wii Us. No, that sounds somewhat like Weenus.
Whis.
Isn't that a Dragon Ball Z or excuse me, Dragon Ball Chow character?
The Wii U, the Wii V,
the Wii U,
or the Wii U too. I don't know.
Oh, there's an old comedy kung fu movie. I forget the name of it, but there was a woman in it. In the American dub, they went like, and I would have just made that the console name. The Wii U.
The Wii U squared. I don't know.
So before we leave, like Lewis, what are your takes on like pros and cons of the Switch?
Pros and cons of the Switch.
Yeah.
Well, con is, they could probably have made those controllers a bit bigger. Yeah, they probably would have, I think, had a stronger audience if they had more launch titles, but I guess we'll see down the line what else they have. And well, we can't do anything about the controllers anymore, except maybe hopefully later on with third-party vendors that make bigger controllers with the same rails. Pros, portability. Oh, I forgot another con. The whole online thing, how they're going to charge you for that now.
Yeah.
Just like Xbox. Yeah, that's
I don't know, man. Cause like when it comes
Pro
to
720, but yeah.
yeah, when it comes to the whole online payment for the service, I do not like paying for online connectivity, but I get why, because it helps them build servers and keep servers stabilized. The only issue with that is, in my opinion, if I'm paying for online service, I need to have a lot of games that utilize that online service. And if I'm only playing one game that I play online, I don't want to pay full price for an online service for one game. That's it.
That's your con.
That's my well. There's other things like they should have had like a when you're in portable mode, it should have had like a type of case protector. But again, third-party vendors are going to create like glass protective shielding and cover cases and D-brands. I swear to God, D-brands, reach out to us. I would love to do a sponsorship with you guys for de-branding the Nintendo Switch. We can do this together.
Yeah, I agree. Those cases better come out quick, because I just imagine kids accidentally pushing the 2 release buttons on the side of the the Wii U, thinking they're actual buttons, and the entire console just sliding down and cracking.
Not even that. Imagine people putting it in their backpack in like a book or something, cracking the screen.
Oh man, those are the worst, because when you think your device is safe, but like there's just too much pressure on the screen, and it just cracks.
In a
That's so
world
upsetting.
where you think your devices are safe, comes a laptop corner that smashes into your screen. This summer, Louis Sandoval cries in, I broke my device in my backpack because there was no protective screen on it, so I had to go and buy a new one or get some type of protective plan, and they wouldn't value it because it wasn't water damage or protective damage. Darn these people.
Nintendo Switch Edition.
But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
that's pretty much our take on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for coming in. Sorry about the slight argument that came in. Also, don't throw Wii U's at me. I don't want a Wii U thrown at me. Who wants a Wii U thrown at them? No.
So you could use it as a coaster.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's not another flop. I really want this to catch on. 'Cause
Likewise,
it looks
man.
like a cool idea, but who knows? Maybe people aren't in the market for new consoles right now, or maybe it's just a weird-looking idea that people will never like. We shall see.
Indeed. So, guys, that wraps up our podcast for the 20th. Thank you all for coming out and listening to us rant about the Switch for an hour long, an hour plus, actually. We will see you all next week, Friday, at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Be sure to check out our channels on Sunday. We'll be bringing back the stream team for Path of Exile. Don't know where we left off. We can't remember. Everyone's back from holidays and back in their proper states. So, yeah. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you enjoy the videos. I'm trying to push some stuff out currently, dealing with some wireless earbuds. But hey, until I see you guys again, be sure to do as you always do. Take care.